taking over.
Hey guys, what is happening? Welcome back to Buildz. So we're continuing on my townhouse let's build, and it seems every time I come back onto this server, more and more signs just keep appearing. This build is definitely creating an impact on this server because it's just everyone seems to love it, which is absolutely amazing, and it's just creating such an impact. It's awesome pretty much. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be doing the interior. One of the best parts of this build, right? Hopefully should be, because I've got to keep things up to standards. I've done a little bit of research. I got some inspiration of Corrales, so I can't thank him enough for that. And yeah, I'm ready to build this thing. So what we're going to be needing to do is, I did build this on slabs, so that is going to create some, you know, when we want to do stuff for like snow, etc., you are going to need to just place them more back. Of course, if you have World Edit and you know how to use it properly, you can eliminate having to, you know, change these to full blocks. So just gonna place all of these as full blocks because we're gonna have a little cool, you know, fireplace over this area. You walk into a hallway, right, and you usually have things like ornaments, like coat hangers, you know, like somewhere to store your shoes. Some people have fireplaces. Definitely if you live in a cold part of the world, a lot of people tend to have fireplaces. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting out some wood, some logs. So what would be the coolest log? Kind of like spruce because it's darker, and up against which will be a lot of this build, which will be white, using the snow of course. We will want a little bit of contrast, so having some wood here should benefit that hopefully. So we're just going to place this along like this. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should definitely be enough. Now what we're going to be doing is getting out some snow. I'm going to want to come up all the way till there's just one slate showing like that. And this is where you're going to need a little bit of World Edit because I am planning to use fire for this build. So, you know, be careful where you build it, and do not build this as, like, you could put beacons behind it, I guess, because it is partly to emit light. So I'd recommend putting, like, you know, some materials around this that don't catch fire if you do need to use that kind of thing. Let me just change the time here, guys. It is a little bit dark, but don't worry, it won't be soon. So obviously you're going to need a material such as netherrack, where you can just go ahead, delete these blocks here, and just have this showing like so. Then you're going to need some flint and steel, which is what of course is going to be igniting your fire. And we're going to have it here, here and here. Of course guys, I need to use some World Edit around here just to get some stuff working. Forgot about that for a second. And we're going to have a flower pot and a little plate here, just for decoration really. And make sure you use the chrome pressure plates, which are the weighted ones. If you're not building on Flows HD, I know the majority of you are building on Flows HD or default. I'd recommend going for the material you personally think looks best on this build. That way, you know, every time you enter your house, you're going to be like, yeah, that looks good. So you're going to enjoy it. Alright guys, so now once we've done that, we've got a little snazzy fireplace, and you're like, it looks a bit bare on that wall. If you're thinking that, I agree with you. What we need to add here is a cool looking painting. So guys, we are back, and we actually turned out we had some World Edit help. So over here, we now have a fire that will not melt anything, and this server already had that enabled, I didn't know. And I just decided to add this little carpet detail with some snow because I just thought, whoa, that looks awesome. So that's what happened. I want to keep things fairly simple. I don't want anything to be too, you know, over the top, or yeah, because if we do that, it's just going to ruin the whole look of the build, and everything will kind of look a little bit crappy. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting out some darker grey carpet. I think it's just called grey carpet. Actually, the light carpet is just ridiculously light. There we go. So we're just going to get this and see if we can just mix some tutorials together, just like so. I kind of like this. I don't want to keep. I like this flooring material. I've always liked it. It's pretty cool looking. I think that's nice because we want to keep it simple but not too, you know, over the top. And have just a little mat there, like so. And we agreed on a painting. However, I kind of changed my mind. I like it like that. I think it looks pretty cool. So what we're going to have here now is I think we should have a little home theatre system. I thought that, well, home sound system. So we're going to pretend that the people in this house like their audio. So we're going to have 2 of these. We're going to make sure, actually, no, because you guys are going to go mental on me. You'll be like, it's not in line. I'll be like, I'm very sorry, and I've had this experience before. So I'm sorry this isn't in line with the stairs. If this annoys your OCD, I'm very sorry. But, you know, it's going to have to happen. Now, a little tip for you builders that are getting into building. Don't use things like jukeboxes to make your, you know, your audio stuff, because it really won't look as good. Like, people think, I know, I'm going to build a roof, let's get a full blocks of quartz and just slap them around in a rectangle, and there you go, there's your house. A lot of things in Minecraft will seem to work like that, but the better alternative is to make your own designs. It's far more creative, and it usually has a better outcome. So I'm just thinking this thing through right now. Literally, I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but we can create like a cool sort of beefy old sound system here. So if we just go like drop down one, drop down another one. Actually, no, I kind of want to go up one. I think that will look better. Go capital O. We'll go 1, 2, O. There you go. We'll do exactly the same thing now. Capital O, 2 slashes, and then an O. Like that. You know, that looks pretty boss. I'm liking it. So there you go. There's your beefy old sound system. It's kind of derp. I think it does need a little bit of improvement, but we can come around to this. Iron, it's too flashy. I think it wouldn't suit this build. Well, light grey, that could actually work quite nicely. What about that? That looks nicer. I'm feeling this a lot more. I think that looks cool, actually. Yeah, I'm liking that. So I'm going to have a sound system there. We want to keep things simple, like I said. So, you know, you come in, you got your really cool hallway. I'm actually loving that fireplace. That's badass. Around the back here, what would we have? We're having like a sitting area, right, where you can just chill on a big sofa, like a big L-shaped sofa maybe. You have a huge wall here, which is, you know exactly what I think should go here, and that's definitely a TV, a big widescreen TV. So why not have one of these? Then I think what we should do is we should get out some white stained glass. There you are. I'm going to just connect it like that. So it's very simple looking, but looks quite cool. Then what we should do is we should have a TV cabinet. So what we're going to be doing is maybe, I want to kind of use stone slabs, but I don't know if that would work, because it might look like it's going with the floor too much. So let's have a look at what other materials that we could use for this that would work. Birch, maybe spruce, actually. Let's give spruce a little try. I'm going to try and do something that hasn't been done yet. Is this the thing on this server? Okay guys, so something really weird just happened. Literally, I saw the lever go down and then my Minecraft crashed. I was just like, okay then, what just happened there? So I think what we're going to be doing here is just wrapping some signs around this little TV cabinet. I don't want to make it too over the top. And this is like what I was saying, guys. Don't use books, just, don't slap down a load of books for a CD cabinet. Some people do. They're generally very, very good builders, and they make it look absolutely amazing. I mean, I can't do that. But just adding cool little details like that, really do look good. And we definitely got to come up with a cool sofa design here. So I'm thinking some grey wool. Actually, maybe some grey stained clay. You look pretty cool. We're not going to put it all the way at the back either. We're going to have it around here. So what do you think? Too much or too little? Should that be a little bit wide? No, I think that's actually looking pretty cool. I'm going to stay with that. Maybe it matches the ground too much. Let's try some snipe. Place it with you. Okay, now I'm getting freaked out. This is really strange. I swear someone's trolling me on the server. This kind of thing keeps happening. Right, so what you're going to want to do now is just replace all these blocks with full blocks, because remember, we're placing snow down. Snow doesn't place unless there's a full block. I'm going to come at 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think 3 is just about enough. Maybe keeping it like this might actually be like a new kind of style. What do you think? Oh, that's kind of nice. Wow. I'm liking that a lot. I thought just keeping it like that without adding the sides might actually bring a sort of really modern style to the place. I totally agree. I think that looks amazing. So what I want to do with this room is also I want to add a different material of flooring. Now why I want to bring this in is because having the whole floor, you know, just stone even, not snow. What am I saying? It looks good and everything, but adding a little bit of variation can help sometimes. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So just replace all the floor with this. And you know, cause it's quite similar to the stone, it's not going to make a huge big impact anyway. Okay, I'm kind of freaked out now. Someone keeps breaking into my house and placing my head. This is going to be the weirdest Let's Build yet, guys. I don't even know what's happening. We're going to find out who this is. Alright, so that's looking cool. See what I mean? Let me see who this is. Whoa. Okay, I'm freaked out now. So guys, you saw this as well. I don't understand what's happening. I think the server might have a glitch, or it might be dubs. Who knows? But guys, what we're going to be doing is just leaving some stone slabs underneath here. Like I say, I love attention to detail. I love it when builders do that on a server because it just creates such a nice effect. Just leaving little gaps out like that and just little textures really does improve the general look of the build. So what do we think of that? It's quite nice. I forgot to do you though. Here we go. And also guys, if you have access to them player heads, the speaker player heads that is, I'd recommend you putting, let's find a good place for them. Either put one here, which would look pretty cool, or you could put one here, right, and then one here. And it would just create like a surround sound system, which would be pretty badass. So, what we're going to be doing now is we are just going to be having just a little bit of wood. So what is that? Spruce wood. Gonna get one of these, and this is going to be a footrest, which is just going to go one block in front, just here. Or snow. Would snow look cool? Let's have a little look. What do we think? Wow, an accident turned into a very cool decision. That's pretty cool actually, I'm liking that. And we could maybe just have, I don't know, a little table there. I'm liking this actually, I'm liking this a lot. A load of random mistake has turned into a whole room planning. So plot, no not plot, what am I saying? Flower pot, that is what it is. Flower pot, we're just going to have a little mug here just for decoration. You know, add something, because although this is simplistic, you have got to add a little bit of detail in simplistic interiors, or they will just look too bare. Some people are very good at making it look very bare, but awesome looking, but that is very difficult to do. Now, how tall did I build you? Alright. I just had to test to see if we can delete that. We can up the height of the room, but I don't think that's necessary. I think what we should do is we should just delete that, have this by 3, and then just have this coming across like so. Let's see if it should be 2, and we know if it should be 2 to do with the width of this room. Is that 1 away? So that can be 1 away. And then what we can do is we can get ourselves some, what are you called again? Some cobblestone walls. That is what we are looking for. So let's just replace that with a netherrack. I have a feeling we're not going to be using that for a little while. And then what we have got to do is discover the height that is needed. Aha. So what is going to happen is that is going to be connecting to there. That is going to be, actually we don't even need to break through. Let's have this as a full snow block. You snow? Oh yeah, they just create a little shade. For it almost looked grey for a second there. It keeps trolling me. So this is going to be a little lighting feature, as you can see, and I think that's really sleek. Actually, I learned this off a builder. I don't know what builder that is, because literally this design is everywhere nowadays. But I just keep seeing this little design of lighting all around. I'm like, oh, that looks like a really modern, cool detail. I'm going to use that in one of my builds one day. Just have the carpet just overlapping by 1. Now this little area needs something, you know, it needs that touch of detail that we are looking for, maybe. Just a little part of grey there. I'm feeling this should be There we go. Wasn't letting me delete that block for a second. I was like, what the hell? Feeling that this should be all snow. Now actually, we should bring these levels up by one slate underneath the full block that is beside it. Just attention to detail once again. Just delete you. What do you think? I'm liking that, that's pretty cool. So we can keep that like so. This area will eventually have something, guys, I just don't know what it is yet. You see what I mean? It just emits a little bit of light. In here, of course, we have a little bathroom. You have your sink, your support, etc. That just closed on me. I swear, it's like a haunted townhouse right here, guys. Seriously mucked up. Oh no. Look away, guys. I know who did this. Smithers did this. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be getting out some bedrock or some dark grey stained clay. Is this bedrock? Nope, it is bedrock. We are going to keep with that then. So I always wanted a kitchen here, and the reason for that is I like having my kitchen and my dining room on the same floor. We couldn't do that on the first floor because, you know, you need a hallway on the first floor because that's where everyone walks into the house. And I wanted to build it on the second floor, you know, nothing important needs to be here. We've got a huge area to build in, and it just seemed perfectly acceptable. So what you're going to do now, just for furnaces, just make sure they're the lit furnaces, that way they will also give off light when the room becomes dark. You're going to want to get out some black stained glass like this and just slap it in front of the furnace. This also creates a cool effect, not very well seen on Zeus because Zeus doesn't have lighting through its blocks yet. It will do soon when it comes out of beta, and I can't wait for that day. But once they figure out how to do that, that would be really, really cool. I'm kind of getting a bit freaked out now. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to get out some hooper hoppers, and this is going to act as our sink. So we're going to have one here, double sink, right? Because you can, because these people are clearly minted. Then we're going to have a tripwire hook, and just slap that down up here. Two of these, like so. We're going to keep this simplistic look. Okay, we saw it, and we saw the head placer somewhere. I saw their invisible skin showing. Alright, there we go. So now we've got our sinks. We need a microwave, and there was a really cool design for this that I conveniently can't remember. But I think we can come up with a cooler one. Get some red stained clay. Place it there, and then what we will do is get some black stained. Where are you? Should get some of this, or will that look too fat? You know what? I'm going to go with that. Get this like that, and then we're going to come over the top, or sides even, and we're just going to put equal signs down. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go 4, 5, 6, and then we're just going to hold equal sign again, like that. And then just to make it look, you know, so like the sign's not hovering, just put it around the other side like so. Get out some red carpet and just place it over the top as well, just to make things look like it's not all floating. And there you go, you've got a pretty snazzy looking microwave. So we're going to have some chairs, and I want to go very simple with the stairs. I don't want to go too over the top like it said. So we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And can we fit in another one? I think 2 is going to be the limit here, guys. So we're going to have that like so. We're going to come up with some more details just to make the room look cooler, of course. And ventilation. What can we do for ventilation? Maybe we just have like a cool little detail up here. So let's come up like 4, 5. And let's just bring this out. What do we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks maybe. 7. Yeah, 7 looks coolest. So we're going to have this like that. Maybe shorten it down by 1. And this is going to be like a ventilation pad. So when the steam, you know, from the thing rises, it's going to be collected by this. We could put in some hooper hoppers. There you are. If they float in the sky, I do not know. I don't know much about, you know, how blocks work in Minecraft, like what they do, etc. Oh no, these do float. That is all cool then. And that is just going to accept the ventilation. Maybe what we could do for here is we can, don't go too harsh and use this. I think that would look too harsh on the material. Maybe just coming across with some of this will look cool. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3. And it just adds a little bit of detail. We need it in this place. So we've got very, very simple kitchen area. We need a little quartz table maybe. Oh no, stone slabs can work on this floor because we don't have, you know, stone slab flooring. I don't really like using the flooring material furniture because I feel that there's too much of it. So we just add a little bit here. You know, you got a simple little shelf. So that is your kitchen. I think that is looking pretty neat. You know, very simple. We don't want things too over the top. I'm just gonna go delete this because someone's been trolling me on this server. Like, that wasn't there before. Gotta get rid of you. There we go. So we got our kitchen. So we're gonna be building the dining room, guys. And then I feel that the rest of the interior will come in the next part. Because I have a feeling this video is probably gonna take something around 5 parts maybe to complete, just because, you know, it's not your average build. In fact, instead of using light grey and then dark grey, why don't we use snow and grey? One more maybe? That's the trick, that does it. Okay, I'm liking that a lot. I think that looks pretty badass. Hi guys, I'm gonna end the video here for a second, find out who's trolling me, and I'll be back with you in 1 second. So guys, we found the troller. I did know who it was from the start. I had a very good feeling it was Smithers. It turns out it was. So now we can go back to building with no heads randomly being placed on the wall floor, hopefully, and we can finish doing this interior. So what we're going to be doing is, I said a dining room, right? I got a little bit of inspiration from this, from one of Corralis's modern houses. I saw this interior in one episode that absolutely stunned me. I believe it was made by the Pearly Bum. I'm sorry if I am incorrect, but I just have a feeling it was him. It's the sort of thing that he would do, and it was just utterly beautiful. And I was just like, yeah, but I have to include this one day in one of my interiors. I feel, you know, this interior is pretty badass, why not do it? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting out some white stained glass panes. Just replace it with a flint and steel. We're not going to be needing that. And it was a little bit wider than the space that we have here, so we're going to have to make a few adjustments. Can this happen? I think it just about can. Alright, so there's going to be a little space, you know, to only get in between, but it should look pretty cool anyway. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be getting out some carpet. Now if you have World Edit, you can easily make this float, which will give such a more sleek effect on the whole build in general. But if you non-World Edit people, just go ahead and put down some string. I'm going to get my World Edited after this, just so you know, you guys can see it, build it at its full potential. But I'm just showing you how you can do it if you don't have World Edit, because everyone's going to want to know how, right? Just going to do this around here, connect it all up so it looks neat, and then just go ahead with some standard carpet. Of course, an even better option would be if you had some snow, because snow just, you know, generally looks way more sleek. Always does look better. So we're going to be doing this, and it may look long and narrow, and maybe you might have to do some parkour just to get around, right? Yeah, you're going to have to do some parkour just to get around this. Maybe we'll have like a little parkour stepping area where you can step up to get your food. So now what you're going to want to do is get out some snow. So we'll just put, where are you, snow? There you go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. There we go. Then we're going to have one here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See? All complete. We had to have 2 in the middle, otherwise it would be uneven and you guys would be like, ugh, because I have a lot of OCD fans, as I've figured out over, you know, some of my older videos where I did something, I didn't realize I built something wrong, and whoops, that one's not online, and someone picked me up on it and literally went mental. So I've learned a lot after that day. So everything's in line, you guys should be happy, right? Okay, now what we're going to be doing is the same sort of lighting detail that I had down below, downstairs, we're going to be including on this floor. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come up, let's see how many blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Alright, 6. We've decided on 6. I think that will look the best. So you're going to want to come out by, let's say, 2 blocks this time, because it's a bigger area that we're working with. 2x3, I think that's cool enough, and then we'll just extend this over this section of the dining area. So how many blocks have we got here? 2. So we're going to leave 2 blocks of the dining area, you know, unshown underneath. I want to connect this all the way, like so. Is that 2 blocks that we have there? Yes, it is. So that is what it should look like. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get out yourself some beacons. And we may need to change the height of this, just because of the way that, oh no, it actually works perfectly actually, and that's really nice. So we're going to have that like that, and then we're going to get out some cobblestone walls again. It's literally going to be my new favorite block, not really a block, but you know, new favorite Minecraft material. You can just do so much stuff with it, and we're going to connect this up to the ceiling, just like so. No word edit here guys, so don't worry about a thing. Got your little lighting area, you've got a very snazzy dining area, very snazzy, and we need some kind of shelving unit, right? So that is what we're going to be doing here. So just use some normal carpet, come out what, say 4? Or I can keep it on the low, just like that. And what else could we do? Paintings, that is it. That is what we're going to need. Come on, you can do Minecraft. There we go. Painting. So there you go. Let's just slap in a quick painting. Where do we say we should have this? Maybe here? Oh yeah, right, the lime never fails on Flows HD, never does. So we're gonna keep that like that. I kind of want an oak flooring around here. We could do that, but I kind of like the clean look of white. I don't know guys, in my next video I'll be able to take a step back, have a look at things, you know, get some opinions, and stuff will change. Maybe another painting here. A 2x4 would actually look really good here. Ice, maybe for now. We might change it in the future, but that looks pretty badass. So guys, that is this part over. I hope you enjoyed everything that's been done. I'm just going to show you guys the progression of what we did. I'm loving this interior. Some of my best yet for simplistic interior. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave the video a like and go subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next part. Stay creative.